Let's try one more click, see if we get it to fire. Well, it runs. There's that. Finally beat me! Alrighty, well, it has been an interesting few days to say the least. I am on my way right now to a tow yard up in Port St. Lucie to grab a bike that you guys may have seen on this channel before if you've been a subscriber for a long time. This is the little Buell Blast that I built and taught Tori how to ride on. Well, I sold the bike about 3 years ago, and I gave the guy the title, and I never thought of anything else. So what happened was I gave him the title to the bike. He took the bike. Well, he never took it out of my name, and I guess something happened to where someone, I don't know who, but someone was riding it around. They got pulled over and the bike got impounded. So the impound lot ran the VIN number, and the VIN number comes back to me. So now they're saying that I am being held legally liable for this motorcycle that's in impound. Now, it's a 2007 Buell Blast. If you look at the value on it, it's not that much of value. But the bill is $1,200, and then they're going to try to throw a lien at me. So I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place now, because legally I am responsible for this motorcycle. So what I did is I'm like, all right, fine, that's how you want to be. I reached out to the kid who bought the bike from me. I sent him a message on Facebook because I had the Facebook Messenger still. Sent him a message over 24 hours ago telling him, hey, the bike was impounded. What do we want to do? You know, I'm legally liable for this. Never responded, ignored me. Okay, fine. Ignore me, that's all right. So what did I do? I went to the DMV and I got a copy of the title. So now I'm on my way to go to the impound yard to deal with this. Now, I have two options. I can either just give them the title and surrender the bike and just let it go and wash away, you know, and I still have to pay the money for it. So now I'm paying money to just get rid of it. So I think what I might do is pay it in full and get the bike back. So I got Graythorn with me. He's swinging the camera. We're gonna go and we're gonna get the Buell back, and we'll see how this goes. So we're driving the F1 Stinky right now, and I'll show you guys what the bike looks like once I get it out of impound. So, and we'll see what we're gonna do with it. Yeah. All right, well, we're here at the lot. I'm not gonna record too much, but just paid the lady and got it back. So they're allowing me to drive around back now to go pick it up. So I took a little video with my phone. I'll probably insert right here somewhere. Kind of what it looks like a little bit. It is in rough shape, but the thing is it's I say 90% there. There's a few things missing. It's missing the key. It's missing quite a bit of stuff. But yeah, so we'll get it loaded up, and then once we get out of here, we'll stop at a gas station or something and go over the bike with the good camera. Well, It's pretty rough.
Because they laid it down.
Not too bad. It's not terrible. The carb's there, belt's there. It was definitely running. They put a different tire on it. Still got the brakes. Lever's a little bent, but I think that might have been bent to begin with. Well, she's gonna need a full rebuild. Yeah. The seat is still intact, surprisingly. Okay.
It's one of us.
We got the plate for the other trailer, so I'm happy.
That's good.
They put a bigger tire on it, and it's scrubbing.
Did Jesse put that on?
Yes. You can see mine's nice and neat, and Jesse's is all over the place.
God, I sold my other bike.
That's another one we got to make sure he fucking transfers. I sent him a message, be like, hey, make sure. Oh, they crashed it or something. So, but we took all the parts, took this stuff off, make sure it didn't fly off while we're driving down the road. So, hook her back together somewhat. That screw is missing.
Missing a fucking grip too.
The grip's there. There's a grip on it.
Yeah, but like not the matching one.
The gauge cluster is just hanging. I don't like. There's just so much stuff missing here. Like, what is this? Go to?
What's this? There's wires everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know what they did. Alright, well, guess I need to sit here and talk for a minute about this thing now that it's been a few days and I have it back in my possession now. So I got scammed pretty much over a 3-year period, I guess you can call it. And being scammed in a sense that when I sold this bike, I sold it for really cheap because the kid that wanted to buy it, I told him how much I wanted. I wanted $1,200 for the bike, you know, which is not, I mean, yeah, it's a bit of money, but it was a good running bike. Everything was solid. All the paperwork matched up. Everything was good to go. So he comes and he's like, I have $600. But he was very excited to ride, learn how to ride. You know, this was going to be his first bike. So Mrs. Full Throttle and I decided to go ahead and just sell it to him for the $600 to, you know, let it continue on and, you know, hopefully he'd have fun with it, learn how to ride, and then move on to something bigger. Well, now here we are 3 years later. I get a letter in the mail saying that I have a bike that is in the impound. So I call the impound and they say it's the Buell Blast and that I owe $1,200 for the impound fees. This bike is not worth $1,200. Maybe in pristine condition with low miles, but this is a, you know, maybe $1,000 bike with everything that's going on with it. Now it's even less. I probably can't even sell this thing for $500. It has a title, so that's the one thing it does have going for it. But I reached out to the kid via Facebook Messenger twice through the original marketplace post that I found from 3 years ago. Said, hey, the bike was impound. You know, let's make this right. You know, I wanted him to get the bike back, but he never responded. And then I sent him another message on his regular Facebook account stating that, hey, I have the bike, blah, blah, blah. So got ignored. So that, you know, selling the bike for $600, 3 years later, I have to pay $1,200 to get the bike out. So I just, I didn't feel right given the title to the tow yard. I figured, you know what, we'll just keep it for that. I'll you know, I'll make more content with it again, because we did have fun with this bike a lot. Graythor's Rage, he's the reason, this bike is the reason why me and him started hanging out, because I had a broken wrist at the time when me and him were starting to hang out and stuff, and I couldn't ride. And I needed to film, so I needed someone to ride the bike so I can film. I'll see if I can throw some of that footage in here of this bike. So one thing I have learned from this, and one thing I want to tell everybody out there. Now, I'm in Florida, so this is something that pertains to Florida, but anywhere you sell anything, doesn't matter if it's a scooter, motorcycle, whatever. If it's in your name, you're gonna have to have a bill of sale, which, you know, that's always. But in Florida, the top of the title can be used as the bill of sale. You rip the top of that title off, you hand them the bottom half, that transfers over to them. That top half you take to the DMV and you turn that in, and that takes that vehicle legally out of your name. So that's what happened. They, you know, the towing company, everybody says that, well, you're still legally liable for this motorcycle. So that's how I got it back. I was still legally liable for it. So I could have probably fought it. They say that I can take the kid to court and get the money back for the bike being an impound and all that. I'm not going to bother with any of that. It's too much time, effort, and money to deal with all that. I got the bike back. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to teach a few other people how to ride as well. So we have this. I'm going to rebuild it. So this video has kind of been all over the place. But one thing I do need to do before we do anything else is I need to charge the battery up, because it's completely dead, and see if this thing will fire over. Now, I do have a feeling that this thing runs, because the police report said that it was riding on the road. So that tells me that when it got impounded, he was riding this. Somebody, I don't know if it's the same kid or someone else. I don't know if the kid that I sold it to got it stolen from him or what, but the ignition's all torn out of it. There's a wire going to the back that I guess turns the ignition on or something. I don't know. There's wires disconnected. The headlight's missing. There's wires cut. The exhaust is just hanging. They cut the muffler off of it. Why, I don't know, because it was stupid. It was already loud with the Vance & Hines muffler that was on it. The air filter's missing. All kinds of stuff. Like, the whole wiring harness just needs to be replaced. So I'm gonna just get a charge on this battery, and I'm gonna see if I can get this thing to at least turn over and maybe fire. If I get it to fire, then, and I hear just at least a compression stroke, and it runs for, you know, a split second, that'll really tell me which direction to go with this thing. But hopefully it doesn't need an engine rebuild. So fingers crossed, and I'll switch some stuff around and let's check it out. Alright, let's go ahead and get this battery charger hooked up. I got some janky wires going on here. So, like I said, all of this wires will be replaced and done properly. I'll probably just buy a new harness for it just to be on the safe side. Alright, let's just go ahead and put it on engine start. Alright, so that's charging. There was some fuses missing. Like the system fuse was missing, the accessory fuse. There was a couple other fuses missing, so I just went ahead and just threw some fuses in there for now. So here's the ignition. I gotta get a screwdriver, and let's see if we can get it to turn on. I think one click. Yeah, I heard the relays click, so. Alright, off, run. Alright, well, we got nothing on the start button. Oh, wait. So they did put this switch in here. I don't know why. I guess this is the ignition or something. Oh! Okay, apparently that's the starter. Wow, this switch is hooked directly to the starter, apparently. Alright. Well, it's turning over. Hopefully the ignition's on. I got nothing on the gauge, but this thing's probably toast. Let's see if we get it to fire. Alright. Flip the stupid switch. Oh. Gotta turn the fuel on. Turn the gas on, dummy. Alright. Let's let her turn over a little bit, I guess. Alright, well, there's some fuel. I'm gonna go ahead and just cover the carburetor. Smells like E85. Smells like corn. I don't think they're running regular gas in it. Let's try one more click. See if we get it to fire. Well, it runs. There's that. Alright, well, I guess that tells me what I need to know. Yeah, that thing sounds terrible. Yeah, and it smells like the gas coming out of here smells like corn. You know, I don't know. I've smelled E85 before, and like E85 definitely smells different than regular gasoline. That's what it smells like. It smells like they're running on E85. Other than the exhaust. Alright, stay running. Put the seat on it. The Buell is back. Well, she definitely deserves a rebuild now after that burnout. Oh. All right, well, I should probably throw a helmet on and take this thing around the neighborhood. Maybe record it.
Recording.
It sounds so bad with that exhaust. I can't believe it runs this good.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Oh, the seat's a little squeaky. I think I'm in neutral. All right. The shift lever's bent. I don't know what these foot pegs they have on here is. This is the original grips I had on it, but they're all tore up. This is just hanging. Probably should just take that off, but leave it on for now. Close the gate so Moody doesn't decide to come out and join me. That's my horse, for those of you who don't know who Moody is. Okay. Well, there's a bunch of horses down that way, so this thing's way too loud, so I'm gonna go this way. Let's see. There's first. There's second. Oh, not bad.
Intercom failed. Try again later. Intercom failed. Try again later.
Now, don't do what I do. I'm in flip-flops. I'm in a t-shirt. I don't have any gear on. I'm in my neighborhood, all right? So, literally just, wow. I forgot. This thing is a little nimble.
Intercom failed.
I don't know why
Try
that thing
again
keeps
later.
going off. But, wow. Okay. So it runs. I'm in second. Let's try going to third.
Intercom
There's
failed.
third.
Try again later.
Oh, can't get it go down. Am I in first? I think I'm in first. I don't know. Okay.
Try again later.
I can't believe it.
Intercom failed.
Oh my God,
Try
this
again
stupid
later.
camera. I did not think I was going to go out and film a riding video on this thing today, that's for sure.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Oh my God, stop it. I don't care about the intercom. Maybe if I turn it down. There we go. It shouldn't do that anymore. Oh, there's neutral. Oh my God. You know what they say? It's fun to ride a fast bike fast once. But, you know, however the saying goes, but it is definitely fun to ride a slow bike fast. I don't have any rear brakes. Front brake still works considerably well. Oh yeah. Alright. God, it's so loud. Am I in neutral? Okay, I'm in neutral. Yeah, that shifter's bent. And the tire is scrubbing. I'll have to pull out the big camera and show you, but that tire is too big, so it rubs down here. I'm impressed. It's definitely leaking oil. Well, let's get this video put together and on the old interwebs for you guys. Make sure you're leave a comment. Tell me what you think of this thing. Because oh my God, what a heap. I'm impressed. 3 years ago I put this thing together and it looked phenomenal the way I had it. I had a nice pod filter on it. It had the Vance & Hines exhaust. It had this giant big yellow headlight on the front of it that just looked amazing. There was no bent levers. The master cylinder looked good. I replaced a bunch of seals on it. I did the gauges, had like this little bracket thing that I made. All this worked. It had the glass. Everything was really nice on this bike. Literally nothing was wrong with this bike when I got rid of it. Does the taillight work? Nope. Oh well. The seat. This seat, I am still proud of this seat. This seat used to come all the way up here and it looked really bad. I actually cut the seat and shaped the foam to what it is now. I did all of that and recovered it. The seat, I mean, it's a little tore up, but look at all the oil smoking. I did not have any of these stickers on it. I don't know what these are. What do we got? Racing Division, CalGuard, High Point Racing Products. I don't know. Is that mini bike stuff, maybe? I've never heard of them. Oh yeah, look at the oil on the ground. Well, it definitely goes into gear good. Oh, a little clunk. All right, well. So, yes. Here's another project we'll be working on soon, so make sure you're subscribed, following along for that video. I'll give you a little sneak peek of that real quick. Once I find my screwdriver, the key. Yeah. She smokes a little, but still goes through all the gears, surprisingly. Yeah, we'll fix her up. This is the other one that I'm working on. Actually had a really good friend of mine, neighbor, gave this to me. They said the CDI box went out on it. So that's what they chased it down to. So I'm going to try, it's like $20-something for a CDI box for this thing. So I'll throw a CDI box in it, throw some fresh gas, clean the carburetor, check the air filter, check all the fluids and oils, and see if I can get this thing running, and then I'll figure out what to do with it once I get it running. So, yeah, make sure you're subscribed for that one. But today is about the Smoky Buell. Wow, I'm impressed. All right, well, intros, outros, all that stuff I'm not good at. So I'm going to just probably